What's up, guys? Jetgear here. So, went to school today. Used my fancy flash drive on my Sega Genesis that I told you guys about, well, yesterday. And, I was thinking, I don't really feel like waiting for people to comment and ask me for a deconstruction video. Well, not technically a deconstruction, a construction. So, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go home and do it. So, what I did was I came home. I reassembled the controller, took the screws off, put the motherboard back, sorry, not motherboard, circuit board, I should know better. Circuit board back in, and now I'm going to show you guys how to take it apart and build it as a flash drive. So let's go over the materials you're going to need first. This is actually really simple. So, first thing you're going to need is a screwdriver. Just a small Phillips head should do, really. Just for the 6 screws in the back here. The other thing you're going to need, USB extension cable. Now, usually you can find these at most basic technology stores. They usually cost about $7, especially if you order them online. I'll leave a link in the description as to where you can pick up one of these. You are also going to need a flash drive. Any size will work, really, as big as you want it to be. Or, if you want to be really fancy, I haven't tried this yet, but if you guys want to go ahead and try it, be my guest. Right over here is a little USB network adapter. Now I'm thinking that if I plug that in and plug the Sega into a laptop, then I should in theory be able, well, a laptop with malfunctioning Wi-Fi, I should in theory be able to allow it to have Wi-Fi, but that's a different project for a different day. However, if one of you wants to beat me to it and post a reply video, no complaints on my behalf. Let's see, what else you're going to need. You are going to need cardboard, probably in a big sheet. These pieces I already pre-cut. I'm using the same ones that I used when I did the original construction. They're about, this one's about maybe, I want to say, about 1.5 inches long by maybe 1/2 inch wide. And this one is about 1/2 inch square. This goes behind the start button. And this one goes behind these 3 buttons. It just acts as a barrier where the circuit board would normally be. The other thing you're going to need, last piece, is a razor blade. Be careful, you can use one of these, or you can use an X-Acto knife, or anything that will cut cardboard, really. You might even be able to get away with using a pair of scissors, if you have, like, those big, like, serrated meat-cutting scissors. Those things are nasty. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started with deconstruction. Don't worry, the parts where I'm unscrewing stuff and putting stuff in, I will speed up. So, first, let's get these 6 screws out of the back. Alrighty guys, now that we got those screws out of the back, you want to make sure you take all those little screws, those ones, and you want to make sure you put them all off to the side, because you're going to need every single one of those back, because when you put the cardboard in, especially if your cardboard piece is a little bit thicker, you're going to have an issue with holding down the controller backing itself. So now we're just going to lift this straight up. So what's inside of the back panel looks like. Put it over here. Now, if you notice one thing, I did not alter this at all. I put it in the exact way that I found it. This just kind of pops right out because it just rests in the screw hole. So you're going to lift the cable here, and that's how you keep your circuit board intact. That sticks to the back of the D-pad. Normally this piece of rubber right here will be stuck here with a little piece of like thermal paste. You just can peel that off and stick it right back there. And these ones, I'm not sure what the term is for it. I want to say touchpads maybe? Match up with the backs of the buttons here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this entire cable, we're going to put it off to the side. Just have like a shoebox or something available for it. Alright, now we're going to get to the fun stuff. So, you want to take your USB, and if it has a cap, get rid of the cap. You're not going to be able to put the cap in there with it. Actually, nah, I worked it out better without it. Alright, then you're going to take your USB extension cable, and you're going to plug it in to the female end. USB super position. Got to rotate it 3 times, otherwise it doesn't work. Everybody knows that every USB works that way. I'm just kidding. That's something Intel put out. Good joke, though. Alright, then we are going to ever so gently, let me adjust my camera, nestle this in between the buttons here. Now it's only going to go up to the middle of the B button on the Genesis 2 controller. If you have a Genesis 1 controller, it might fit a little more Well, it might be a little more room, or the way I saw it in the instructable was it was actually up here, but there was more room up here in the Sega Genesis one controller, and I found out it works just fine this way. So you're going to nestle that in there. You're going to wrap the cable around these pegs on the outside right here. And then you are going to pop it through this first section of bits and then out through the top. And you want to push it all the way back so that you can almost kind of feel it click into place. Just like that. Alright, so now we're going to lay this cable out to the side. And with that, we're almost done. This took how long? 6 minutes? 5, actually, because I'm just talking for a minute. Now, brings the pieces of cardboard. Now, these pieces of cardboard, like I said, they're already pre-cut, and basically what they do is they act as the circuit board, so that when you are pushing on the buttons, it gives them a response. It gives them something to push off against. You can hear it clicking, whereas if I take the piece of cardboard away, push up, it just kind of sits there, or they'll actually fall back in the controller when you flip it right side up. So you want to sit that there. I tried putting some plastic cement on them at first. I found out that that doesn't really do anything nor help as long as you put this straight down afterwards. These pegs tend to hold it in place against the buttons, so it's not really a requirement that you use it. If it makes you feel better on the inside, makes you feel like a better, more secure builder person, then go for it. And now we just need this piece right here. That's what it should look like. Now this rubber piece right here, you can put a piece of cardboard behind it if you wish to. It'll be a little more firm. It'll be like there's actually a board back there, but it functions just fine if you don't. So now double check, make sure all the components are in there. USB extender cable wired around both pieces of cardboard. Now make sure the pieces of cardboard stay. Make sure they line up with the pegs. And we're going to put the backing straight down on top of it. Now you may notice it's going to be a little more resilient. The backing is going to be a little, you'll feel like that you won't be able to push it down entirely. Now it's okay, because when you put the screws in there, it will tighten it.
Hey guys, sorry about that sloppy jump cut. My camera actually died in the middle of me recording. Oops, it said low battery. I thought I could maybe squeeze out a video before the battery died, but I guess not. So, I took the liberty of... I just knocked my tripod off my desk. Okay, hang on a second. Alright, anyway, so, I took the liberty of putting all the screws back in without you guys watching, because really, who wants to watch somebody put the screws back in something? It's not exactly entertaining. So, here it is finished. Once you put those screws back in, it's essentially good to go. Cardboard giving good response on the buttons. Like I said, not as much response as you would get with cardboard if you choose to go that way, but still functional. Start button works fine. Cord works fine. And yeah, you guys now have yourselves a full USB flash drive inside of a Sega Genesis controller. Be proud of yourselves, you little techies. This is Jetgear signing off.